Hi everyone, Rena here. Welcome to the Mama Elephant 10th anniversary release. We are at day 7 of product introductions and we have 3 more days to go to share some exciting new product. Hope you're enjoying the release so far. Also, make sure you take a look at the Mama Elephant socials for the anniversary release promotions announcement that'll take place on the 14th. So let's kick off today's video with Festive Tree. Festive Tree was illustrated by Chrissy. She is one of the owners of Mama Elephant, and we need to talk about this stamp set. I love it so much. I kind of like the antique feel of the tree. I also like how it's different. Also, I love the tiny babies that are on this stamp set. There's 6 of them at the top right. And what's great about it is the coordinating dies will cut all of those out all at once because that's one stamp with 6 images. And you can cut it out with one coordinating die, which I love, which will make it easy to make a lot of those little tiny images if you like. The 2 sentiments that are in boxes, Joy to the World and To You and Yours, also have the same concept. It's one stamp and one coordinating die, but it cuts out the 4 boxes all at once. Also for the little jewels and ornaments there you see. Here's a closer look at the coordinating dies, just so you can see what I mean by it cuts it out all at once. And I'm so excited about this. I think with stamp sets, sometimes I'm just ridiculously excited about like the smaller images. I don't know why. I just like some of the smaller images better because they're so cute. And to have them cut out so easily just makes me so happy. And today we're also sharing Back to Basics B2B arches. And I really like the shape. It looks like a basic die, which it is, but it's so fun to use. It just is a different shape that you can use for your cards. And I'm using that today to make a shaped arch card. I thought I would color out the largest image first. And I wanted the stamping to have a certain look to it. So I know I totally promote Bristol Smooth Cardstock for zigs, which is what I'm using today. But I wanted it to have like a rough, antique, old-ish look. So I used watercolor paper, which for me, when I use it, with zigs, you have to work quick and you have to wet the paper first before you lay down the pigment, and there's you just use it differently than Bristol Smooth Cardstock. But I like the fact that it doesn't blend as easily because I wanted the coloring to have like a foggy look. I can't explain, but I colored in some of the images solidly, like the larger holly leaves and just like the larger leaves. But there are these like branch-like leaves, and I wanted it to have like a blue, teal, kind of shadow smoky effect. And that's why I use the watercolor paper, because it doesn't spread the pigment out totally, like it leaves some behind so you can have a little bit of definition, but also a little bit of the pigment comes out so you can make like a smoky smoky look. I hope I explained that okay. So we are cheating once again. We are not using zigs to color in red. I'm so afraid of red. I think red for me, it's like for any medium that you use, watercolor, Copics, whatever, it just has the tendency to bleed and mess things up. So I am not using zigs for this because I didn't want the water to blend in with the green and stuff. So Copic marker is alcohol, so it's not going to interact with your zig coloring. So for me, that is like the safest way to color in these red ornaments and berries for nothing to bleed. So I used R24 for the Copics to color anything red that I needed red. And that way, like, it didn't bleed. It's like perfect. And that's how I wanted it to turn out. I mean, you could certainly use zigs, you just have to be super careful, but I think for me, like, I'd rather use the guaranteed method of not bleeding than trying to be super careful. So I did add a little bit of yellow to the little birds, and also there are little star ornaments and things too that I wanted to color in that yellow color. I also smeared the turquoise color around because I wanted it to have like a smoky, sort of faded kind of smoky effect around the leaves. So I literally just took like water and I went over the leaves that I already colored just to smear everything around. This was so fun to do this, to kind of experiment around, and I don't usually do that on camera. I usually like doing stuff that I know how to exactly do. But it's nice to play around with like any medium that involves water, because water is so unpredictable, and to be able to use it and get your desired effect, it's like really satisfying. So I really did love how this little mist situation turned out. So I'll be using the Back to Basics arches to create the card base and the card front. So it's just a nested die set, and it comes with even a little tiny tag that you can use as well. So I cut out the largest piece, which is, A2 sized, and a smaller piece in pink that I've popped up just to create a little bit of dimension. And then now I'm going to adhere my images onto the front. I just love the shape of this. I think it looks really nice with the shape of the tree as well. So I have the sentiment here. I colored in one of the other sentiments, but I thought about it and I didn't want it to have color. So in order to measure it out, I'm starting from the middle out because I know where the middle is, and then I'm going out just so everything is spaced nicely. And then now I'm going to add the little babies to the tree, and this is like my favorite part ever. I love these little things. It's like the best thing ever. So Chrissy did draw this so you would have spaces to put the little babies. Of course, my favorite is the dog colored like a beagle because I have beagles of my own. So now the shape card part, I cut out the largest piece again. I'm giving it a little bit of a score. And above that score is where you'll put your adhesive. I'm using wet glue, and then you're going to put it together. And then I'm going to open it up and do some scoring just to make sure it opens up nicely. I like to do the open and score thing. It makes it really easy to open up. I didn't think that I would love this Back to Basics arches set as much as I do, but I really also liked making that shaker card with it. So I'm just reinforcing the score line here. I opened up the card and I'm scoring it, and that makes it really nice to open up. And that is it. I'm calling this card done. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe, happy crafting, stay cool. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.